Welcome to the conclusion of our group discussion session for today. First of all, thanks a lot for everybody who participated in the group discussion. We had some really interactive sessions today. So I'll just briefly tell you what topics we covered. So in the first discussion, our topic was, is a security guard required for an ATM outlet or not? Our second session topic was, is work from home advisable or not? And the third session covered, is communication skills as important as the technical skills or not? So these are the three topics that we covered. I'm sure everybody would have had like different points for every topic that we covered, but I was really happy with the performance that I saw today. So based on these topics and based on whatever answers you guys gave me, I have a few pointers and a few tips that we can maybe keep in mind. And maybe later on when you guys have your actual group discussions, you can try and implement these. Okay, so let's get started. So from the first session, there was somebody who said that I just Googled and saw so and so. So I think that person was speaking for that particular topic or speaking against, I don't remember. But that person said, I just Googled and saw. Okay, one thing I would like to recommend you, please, even if you're doing a group discussion from home like this, do not go ahead and say, I just Googled and saw. It will not create a good impression on the employer because you are taking some help from the internet or maybe an external source to make your point. So make sure that whatever points you are thinking of, they are coming from you and that you are not using Google to think of those points, because you need to, whatever you need to portray in front of the group or in front of the employer, it needs to come from you so that it is the most genuine and it comes in a way that you want to display it. If you take something off Google and try to put it forth in front of the employer, you might not be able to explain it that well. Okay, so do not Google these things. Try to come up with your own things. Try to come up with your own points and make sure you explain them in your own way. Okay. One really good point that I saw in all the discussions was that if there was somebody who was using a point to speak against a particular topic, the other person used that very point to talk for it. Okay, so I think that was a really good transition from one point to another. So I think it was in the first session where one person said that, you know, here a security guard is not really that advisable for an ATM outlet because whatever. I think because, you know, they don't really help people out that much if there's somebody who doesn't know how to use an ATM machine. And then the next person used that very point to say, yes, the people, they do not really, you know, there are people who do not know how to use that ATM machine. And that is why we feel that a security guard might be able to help that person out or so and so. So the first person basically who spoke against it was saying that the security guard might not cooperate if somebody does not know. And the second person said the security guard might help. So, you know, even if the points are not very valid, it was a good transition from one point to another. So the person who used the for point made sure that the point was based on the against point. So that was a good transition from one point to another, and it definitely created a good impact. It was eye-catching. Okay, so that was a good way to go about it. So again, in all the discussions, previous points were used to justify the current points. So even when you swapped from one group to another, you made sure that you had some points in mind. But then again, in this case, I would just like to point out one thing, guys. Whenever you swap groups, okay, if you are speaking for before and then you're speaking against, you have to make sure that you do not repeat the points that have been covered in the first round. Okay, you have to make sure that you have a different set of points that you're putting forth in front of people. You cannot use the same points, otherwise the discussion becomes very repetitive. So if you were speaking for in the first round and now you're speaking against, make sure that you do not use the points that were used by other people when they were speaking against it. You have to come up with your own new points. Okay, try to make your points a bit separate. So if there's one person who has started speaking for it, what normally people try to do is, even I have done that. So what normally people try to do is that they try to include lots of points when they're speaking in one turn. Okay. So if it is your round and if you have started speaking, you try to use 2 or 3 different reasons to justify your point. So rather than doing that, just make sure that you use only one reason to justify it, okay? Then you will see if there's somebody who's talking against it, you might get another chance to talk for it. If you try and bombard all your reasons for justification in one go, people might not be able to comprehend it. And then it becomes a bit difficult for everybody to understand what point you're exactly trying to make, okay? So stick to one reason during one round. Whenever you get a chance, just make that one point and justify your answer. You'll get another chance to make another justification. Okay. So if you're using reason 1 right now, use reason 2 the next time, use reason 3 the time after that. Do not try and inculcate everything all together, otherwise it will be a mess. One more point, I just forgot. So in the last discussion that we had right now, there was somebody who said, as I stated previously, I would like to contradict that. Do not do that. Do not contradict yourself, okay? That does not look very nice. If you're making one point, the first point that you made, you were in a different category. And now that you're making a second point, you're in a different group completely. So do not say that I would just like to contradict what I said. No. Like I said previously, you have to come up with a different set of points. So make sure that you do not contradict yourself, and on top of that, do not mention that you're contradicting yourself. Okay, so that is something that you need to keep in mind. Keep your points clear and precise. Keep them completely separate. If you're talking for a topic, just keep it for that. If you're talking against, keep those points separate. Do not mix them both, okay? And make sure that you come up with different points so that there is no contradiction in the first place. Okay, but never ever mention from your own side that I am contradicting myself. That's a no-go. Okay. Now we'll just discuss a few things that we need to keep in mind while a group discussion. Something that, let's say it's a rule set that you need to abide by. So do not shout during a group discussion. Like in today's session, I absolutely did not see that, and I was so proud that none of you were trying to argue with the other person. You made sure that you were listening to what the other people had to say. So I was really happy to see that, and that is the main step. So you have achieved that first step right away. So really good to see that you are respecting the other people's opinions. I was happy to see that as well. So keep that consistency. Make sure that even when you are in a face-to-face sitting, you keep that, you respect the other person's opinion and you listen to what they have to say, and then base your points on that. So there's a subtle way of putting your point through, okay? You don't have to contradict, but no, what you said is wrong. Don't say that, okay? You say, okay, I've listened to you and I think you've made a good point. What I would like to add to that is, so you can start off like that, okay? And I saw quite a few of you did the same thing today. So I was very happy to see that. Make sure that you do not use any negation in your statements, okay? Like, no, but I feel this is what is to be done. But I think I disagree with this. Just try to make it a bit more subtle. The more negative words you use, you are, creating an atmosphere where the other person is in a position where he or she doesn't want to listen to you any further. So let's say if me and Kushal are having a conversation, if Kushal says that, okay, I feel that communication skills are not as important because the technical skills are something that the employers focus more on. And if I say, no, but I disagree with you, Kushal, I think communication skills are important. By cutting off his point or by saying that I disagree with him, I have made him listen to me less. So now he will not listen to what I have to say because I am disagreeing with him. And nobody wants anybody to disagree with what they have to say. Everybody wants additions in their points, but they also don't want to see anybody disagreeing with them in the first place. Okay. So if instead I say, I heard you, Kushal, and that's a very good point that you made. I would just like to add on that communication skills also make a difference, because if you are able to portray your skills, technical skills better with communication, that's an add-on to your personality. Now that is something that he listened to, instead of me saying, no, I disagree with you, isn't it? So you are acknowledging that the person's made a good point. When you say that, the person is already attentive to what you have to say. So give those positive vibes and make sure that there's no negation in your statements. Okay? It's not an argument, it's a group discussion. Okay? I did not see anybody arguing today as such, so I was very happy. There were not many arguments, few banters here and there. But then again, like I said right now, that all you need to take care of is how you handle the situation. You don't add any negative strokes to it. If you keep it positive, that argument will also sound like a healthy debate. So that is something that I'm sure all of you can take care of. It's not a very big thing. You will definitely get the hang of it. Make sure that you respect the other person's social and cultural values. No matter what you have to say, even if your point is completely contradicting to what the other person has to say, there are certain things that you need to be careful of. So anybody's social or cultural preferences, please make sure that you do not hamper them in any way. Do not target anybody's social and cultural values. Let them be theirs. That is their opinion. You can keep yours. Do not target them in any way. Make sure that you keep that much respect within the group, and in that way you can have a healthy conversation with everybody. Okay? Speeding up your thinking process. So like I said, there were a few people who need a little time to think, okay, to come up with how we can go about this. So I will tell you how we can speed up your thinking processes. For those who had a little bit of a problem with coming up with points, so somebody who said that they had to use Google to see points, I will tell you a few things that can help you in coming up with these points. Okay. Last thing I would like to say, never ever take anything personally. Okay. It's a group discussion. So people are trying to focus on the point that you have made. Nobody is trying to target you personally. So do not take anything personally. Don't get offended and then charge on to that person. Make sure that the discussion is kept healthy, and things will go right in place if everybody maintains a subtle conversation and if everybody makes sure that there is a certain amount of respect maintained in that group. Okay, so how to speed up your thinking process? Okay. So first thing that I would like to say, whenever you have something like this coming in front of you, now the topics that I gave you, they were pretty relevant, isn't it? It wasn't like I gave you something that you have never experienced before. For example, if is a security guard required for an ATM outlet? You all have seen ATM outlets. We all have seen a security guard over there. Or we have all faced, what was the other topic? Is work from home advisable or not? I think this is the most relatable topic right now. Everybody's working from home. And in this entire situation, everybody feels that working from home is comfortable or whatever the reasons might be. But these are very relatable topics. So what you can do to come up with your own points is that you can base your points on real life experiences. Okay. First thing that you can do is stick to your real life experiences. Something that you have faced or something that maybe people around you have faced and you have seen them facing. So let's say if I was asked, is work from home advisable or not? And if I am told to speak for it, now even though my personal opinion is against it because I like working in a face-to-face environment, so that is what my point is. But if I am asked to speak for it and I don't have much on my personal level to add to it, I can always say, yes, working from home is a good option because people can be in their comfort zone. This is what I have seen my roommate is doing. So I can see that my roommate is working from home. She is comfortable. She's sitting on her bed and she doesn't have to rush into anything. So this is something I have seen. Now this is just an example I'm giving you, okay? But that is what I have seen. So I can base my answer on that. I can always make sure that the experiences that I have faced and the experiences that people around me have faced can be used in my answers. There was one person who said that, working from home is really comfortable because I can work in my PJs and I can have mom's food. So that was like a very legit answer. I mean, that was important to him. He felt comfortable working in his PJs. He did not have that. He felt that it is not required for him to dress up and go out. So that was his point. And he said he loves mom's food. So he can have food, whatever his mom cooks during the day, he can have it anytime he wants. So those were his personal experiences that he was relating to. And then he was using them to make his own points. Fair enough? That makes sense, right? Because if you have your personal experiences with you, you can elaborate them much better than what you see from outside or what you read outside. Or if you if you try and Google group discussion topics, what are the fors and against for a certain topic? I mean, you can know certain things. You will be able to keep a few points in mind, but something that comes out of a personal experience definitely makes more sense. Okay, so stick to it. Put your real life experiences forward during the discussion. And one more thing that I would like to add is read more books, watch a lot of movies and TV shows, because a lot of TV shows that we see nowadays are also very relatable to our real lives. So the more you watch, the more you're exposed to these scenarios, you'll be able to get a hang of it. So try to make sure that you are exposed to all of these scenarios. The more movies you watch, the more books you read, you will be able to get a better command on your communication skills. You'll be able to get a better command on your language. A few points that I observed in the discussions from everybody was that they were struggling to form words during their discussions. So they kept using the word like. I think a lot of people do that when they speak. So like I was trying to say this, like, so the more like word that you use, it shows that you are struggling to come up with words. So try and make a conscious effort to avoid using the word like unless it's really required. Okay. Try and watch more movies, try and watch more TV shows, try and read as many books as possible, try and communicate with your peers in this language so that you can get an idea of how to speak in this language comfortably. ओके, इट्स अ प्रोसेस. आज आपने बुक्स पढ़े और कल आपका इंग्लिश एकदम 100% शेक्सपियरन हो गया, ऐसे नहीं होगा. इट्स अ प्रोसेस, यू नीड टू गिव इट सम टाइम, बट देन इट्स नॉट इम्पॉसिबल. आप जितने ज्यादा बुक्स पढ़ोगे, जितना ज्यादा शोज देखोगे, जितना इस लैंग्वेज में बात करोगे, उतनी आपकी कमांड बढ़ेगी इस लैंग्वेज पे. सो यू विल बी एबल टू कम्युनिकेट बेटर इफ यू आर एक्सपोज टू दिस लैंग्वेज मोर एंड मोर. ओके, एंड वो प्रोसेस है, मतलब you'll have to follow that process. It's not like ऐसे क्रैश कोर्स करके किसी का हो जाएगा. सर्टन ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक्स और सर्टन जो भी मतलब छोटे बहुत इसमें नैक्स होते हैं, वो बात कर करके या फिर इस चीज को एक्सपोज हो के ही आते हैं. So you need to make sure that you're reading more, that you're communicating more in this language so that there'll be a refinement over a period of time. Okay, try doing it consciously. आप जितना करोगे उतना आपको खुद में डिफरेंस दिखेगा. Okay, I think that's all I had to say for today. Thank you so much for attending, everybody.